Hey guys, welcome to Shadow School Studios. It's Ravenwolf. We're on another deck list for another Friday, and this one is called Foxy Lady. It's one of my more favorite commanders. But before we get into it, guys, please, if you enjoy my content, like and subscribe for more stuff in the future, and comment down below about any opinions you have in the future, for future videos, or if you have an opinion about this deck. Now we're gonna go into it. The commander is Paws, Emperor's Voice. Whenever an aura enters the battlefield under your control, if you cast it, you may search your library for an aura card with mana value less than or equal to the aura with a different name than each aura you control. Put the card into the battlefield attached to Paws, Emperor's Voice, then shuffle. I'm going to tell you right now, this is not a casual deck. This is a high-powered deck that you can make CDH. But you're gonna, it's kind of hit or miss, and there's a bunch of changes I can add to the deck to make it faster, but if you try and make it too fast, then you're just gonna whiff, and so this deck is very finicky. It used to be CDH, but then people learned how to combat it. Yeah, the weakness to this deck is essentially if Light Paws gets countered or removed before you can put an aura onto her, before stuff resolves, you're going to be really slow and not doing anything. So getting to it, we go to our creatures, Eidolon of Countless Battles. Basically, you put on your commander, and you go get a 3 or less cost aura, put it on it, and it gets really big. You have 8.5 Tails is for protection, but it's a little slow and mana intensive. We have Fountain Watch. It's expensive, but late game it'll protect your enchantments, which will protect Light Paws. Core Spirit Dancer is card draw. It's another Voltron target. You have Sarah Paragon, which is graveyard recursion for your enchantments. We have Shram, Senior Artificer. He's another Voltron target because if you protect him, he will give you card draw. For sorceries, we have Idyllic Tutor. Search your library for enchantment, put your hand shuffle. Lay down arms is removal. Open Armory is graveyard recursion. No, it's a tutor. For aura or equipment. Resurgent Belief is graveyard recursion for your auras, mostly enchantments. Retether is you can get Light Paws back. Or no, if you have to recast Light Paws but your aura's in the graveyard, it'll get your auras back and attach them to Light Paws. Last Ranks is a really good board wipe for 5 mana. Unfinished Business is the graveyard recursion that will grab one of your creatures in Light Paws and all the auras later on. Winds of Wrath is a really good board wipe. Going to our instance, we have Angel's Grace if you want to try and save yourself for one more turn. We have Disenchant for removal. Everybody Lives is a good negotiation tool. Generous Gift for removal. Hallowed Moonlight if your opponent's trying to oops out a bunch of creatures without casting them. Cool, this removes them and you draw a card. Path to Exile for removal. Return the Dust for removal. Stroke of Midnight is removal. Surge of Salvation is really good protection. And it will save you from Blasphemous Act. Swords to Plowshares for removal. Artifacts, we have, Arcane Signet, Commander Spear, Crystal Chimes. We'll put all your enchantments from your graveyard to your hand. Scarily Unseen is if there's about to be a board wipe that will kill all your creatures that have enchantments on them. This will put all the enchantments on one of those creatures back into your hand. So even if you lose Light Paws, you can hopefully cast her, do a thing later on. We have a Soul Ring and a Thran Power Armor, which is kind of like an All That Glitters. So yeah, and it gives ward 2. Going into enchantments, we have All That Glitters. Gets really big really fast. We have Armored Ascension for all of our planes, and it gives Light Paws Flying. Artifact Ward, so they can't just block you with a bunch of artifact dudes. Ash's Favor, Battle Mastery, Benevolent Blessing is a really good save spell. We have Brilliant Halo, because it will come back to your hand, so if you get Light Paws back, you can use it, go get a 2 or 1 cost enchantment. Cathar's Call gives Light Paws Vigilance and makes you littler dudes. Celestial Mantle is really heavy and mana intensive, but I think it would work. Chamano's Blessing, also really good. It's another version of Benevolent Blessing. We have Darkstone Mutation. To stop our opponents. Daybreak Coronet is a really good enchantment. Imperial Armor is really good, especially if we have card draw with Core Spirit Dancer and Shram. Entangler will make it so that Light Paws can block all of our opponent's creatures. Ethereal Armor, for it's like all the glitters, and it gives them first strike. Face of Destiny, or not Destiny, Face of Divinity, really good. Favorable Destiny, so if you control another creature, Light Paws will have Shroud, but then you would have to put your enchantments on another thing for Light Paws to come get another enchantment to put on herself. We have Flicker Form for protection, Flickering Ward for protection, Gift of Immortality, so they have to kill Light Paws twice, Guild Scorn Ward for the multicolor protection, Hyena Umbra for protection, Indestructibility, Mantle of the Ancients is a really good one. Mask of Law and Grace is for protection, Pentarch Ward, Sage's Reverie, Shield of Duty and Reason. We have Cigar's Aid to give our enchantments flash. Songbird's Blessing is kind of like enchantment card advantage, and Spirit Mantle for protection as well as so we can get through blockers. Strength of Isolation. If they make us discard, we can try and cast this one. Swift Configuration to stop our opponents if they're trying to go in for like combat damage. Timely Ward for protection. Unquestioned Authority, again to get through blockers, and we get a card draw off of it. Word of Lights. It can be played as an instant, but it'll be removed, but it's to like quickly save our commander for a turn. So for lands, we have Cavern of Souls. We're going to choose Fox for our commander, so she can't be countered. We have Command Beacon. If we want to cheat commander cost. Crawling Barrens. If we turn it to a creature, we can then enchant it, and then it'll get bigger every time we make it to a creature. Hall of Heliod's Generosity is Graveyard Recursion for enchantments. Opal Palace, if we have extra mana to get Light Paws, cast her, make her bigger. Path of Ancestry for card advantage when we cast our commander. Planes, we have 24. Sanctum of Eternity is to protect our commander during our turn. Study Hall, basically we'll get card advantage. Scry X for X amount of times we've cast Light Paws. And War Room, pay one, basically 3 mana, 1 life, draw a card. Is how that goes. Going into it, we will play test it. But like I said, the weakness of this deck is if Light Paws dies too many times, then we're basically going to be dirtling around not doing anything. And you're going to be hoping to draw your mass Graveyard Recursion for your enchantments onto a creature, and we don't have a lot of those. So this deck just has a lot of weaknesses. If you wanted to buff this deck up, you can add like a Lotus Petal, a Jewel Lotus, and a Sarah's Realm. You get 1 white mana for every enchantment you control. So yeah, those will help this deck out a ton. Now, going into playtesting it, this is our hand. It's already a good hand. Playtest, we'll draw. We're going to do Cavern Souls, choosing Foxes. Next turn, we'll do a Plains. And we could cast our commander, but at that point you really don't want to, because we want to try and build stuff. But just to play test it like you would, we'll play Light Paws if she doesn't get countered. Next turn, what we're going to do is I guess we'll do Flicker Form. So we'll do Flicker Form, view our library, and then we're going to get a 1 or 2 cost enchantment. We'll get not Hyena Umbra. We don't want that because we want to get that in the future. Let me see. The best ones to get are usually stuff that protects it. We'll do War of Lights, and we'll choose blue. There you go. So yeah, protection for blue immediately. Going into turn 4. Oh, whoops. Next turn. Put that back. We'll do Ethereal Armor. And with Ethereal Armor, we'll view our library, and we'll get, I think it's Mask of Law and Grace. Close. So yeah, Commander's already what, a 6/6? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, a 6/6 with pro everything, pro non-Azorius essentially, and we can go combat, swing there. We've only been casting 1 enchantment per turn just because we haven't drawn lands. So I think on this one we'll do Core Spirit Dancer, so we'll get some more card advantage. Swing with our commander. Turn 6, Plains. So for this one, we'll do Shield of Duty and Reason. Here, let's put all the enchantments up top. It gets really insane. Alright, on that cast, we draw a card. As it ETBs, we view our library for a 1 cost or less, and we'll get Skullscorn Ward. Close. On that one, we'll cast Artifact Ward. If they're trying to make like robotic dudes, we'll draw a card on the cast. We'll go get another 1 cost enchantment. Which I don't think there's too many 1 cost ones here. We'll get Flicker Ward. There you go. Close. And that was our second white this turn. So we only have a colorless, but our commander is pretty well protected. And for this one, we'll choose red. So they have to get rid of 2 enchantments to, deal damage with red, or target our commander with red stuff. Going to, turn 7, do another Plains, except this time we're going to turn, actually, what do we want to do? Because there's many options, but yeah, so that's how the deck goes. We'll restart, we'll play it one more time. It's like I said, this deck is quick. Going into it, we'll do a Plains. And with that, we can do laid out arms on our turn. A bunch of other stuff. Turn 2. Cool. We'll do a Plains. Cast Commander. Now this one's going to get a little more insane because we're going to go Command Beacon. And then we're going to do Imperial Armor. With Imperial Armor, we're going to go get something like Ash's Favor. just to give keywords, close. There we go. Commander is an 8/8 with flying, first strike, vigilance. We'll go to combat. Next turn, we'll do a planes. For this one, tap mask. We'll do the shield to go get mask. Now our opponent has to target our commander with mono white. But we'll go ahead and do something else. We'll do that. We'll cast Guildscorn Ward. As it ETBs, we're going to go get Ethereal Armor. Commander's really big. We'll go to combat. So yeah, we're automatically like just wrecking our opponents right now. And then we have removal. So we'll remove something that's 3 or less. And the opponent will gain 3 life, but it won't matter. Next turn, we'll do Idyllic Tutor. View library. We can go get any enchantment now. And with this enchantment, we'll get something like Entangler. Turn 6, planes. Cast Entangler. We'll go get a 4 cost or less. And with that one, we'll get like Sage's Reverie. Close. As ETBs, we're drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're drawing 8 cards. And with our last mana, we'll go ahead and we'll cast Hyena Umbra. Going and get another 1 cost. So we'll get Flickering Ward. Yeah, so commander's really big for going to combat. And they have to block with mono white. But yeah, guys, this deck is very repetitive. You're always going to try to get the same protection spells. But make sure you want to get protection and power up your commander at the same time. So make sure it's a deck that you kind of have to memorize, know what to do. Stuff like that. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it. That's Paws. I'll see y'all again next time. Bye-bye.